Hello traders, good afternoon. My name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report where we will try to look for decent trading occasions on the market. Actually, what we'll try to look for today is a good place for an end of the correction of the American dollar. Especially that we do have FOMC minutes today, so yes, we should start with the calendar. Apart from FOMC minutes, as you can see here, it will be in 10 hours, so still we have time for that. But apart from that, what we had is PMIs from Germany and from Eurozone. All of them came worse than expectations, but still those numbers are very high. Like in Europe, we had the second leg of crisis in 2013, Greek crisis, and then well, we would pray for the numbers like 58 or 60 on PMIs. There's still very good numbers, worse than expectations, but those numbers are showing us that European economy, especially German, is in a good place, is in a good shape. Still to come data for the important for the British pound and PMIs from US, but PMIs from US will be in 5 hours 40 minutes, so still a lot of time for that. So we see that we got a bit worse data from Euro zone, so we'll have to check if Euro suffered from this. Apart from that, really nothing is happening. Attention is on the FOMC right now, but we are not expecting any major fireworks. Well, we can get a maybe confirmation that Fed FOMC is looking into 4 rises this year, which would be definitely positive for the American dollar. But well, it depends about the reaction, because higher CPI were negative for dollar, at least in the short term and mid-term, because now dollar is gaining strength. But for some time we saw weakness on the American dollar after better CPI, and usually like 90% of the time, 9 out of 10 times when you have higher inflation, inflation is higher than expectation. Expectations, well, the value of the currency should go higher, but this time it didn't happen, at least at the very beginning. So that being said, let me check the let me show you the charts, and we will try to look for the good place for the bounce on the dollar. So a good place for an end of the correction on dollar. And for that, well, we should use dollar index, right? But dollar index is 70% of euro anyway. So to estimate where is the good place for a bounce for the American dollar, we will use gold, which is not the best indicator for the strength of dollar, but still it is some. It's kind of an indicator of that. We will use euro dollar and American dollar to Japanese yen. So first, gold. Is there a good place to start a correction of the dollar? Well, because the price of gold going higher is usually caused by obviously a risk aversion, but from the forex point of view it's caused by a weaker dollar, and declines on gold are caused by a stronger dollar. Is it a good place for that? Well, yes it is. On a daily chart, we can see that we are touching long-term uptrend line. On H4 chart, obviously it can be seen as well. Not like that, but like that. Apart from that, we have nice H4 candles with long tails, and tails are bouncing from the long-term uptrend line, but also from the horizontal support on $1,224 per ounce, which is a quite significant level. As you can see, it was respected at the beginning of the year in January. Then in the middle, like, it was a resistance, then after the breakout it became a support, so very technical movement. Then it was support again, after the breakout it became resistance, and again and again. So this level is always like around us. We see this level, we see this price bouncing or breaking this level many times. So I think, well, we can see a reaction here. So it's not that I think it's respected, it's price is showing us that this level is respected, at least in the short term. It's now a strong support, and the price cannot, sellers cannot break the support. So if we would if we would have to estimate the chances for a correction or end of the correction on dollar, so if we would try to estimate the chances for dollar weakness by looking on gold, we would say that dollar weakness should start like very, very soon. If we would look only on the gold, if we would base our opinion on the chart of the gold. But luckily we do have other instruments like euro-dollar, for example. And is euro-dollar telling us now that the upswing should be now, or euro-dollar is telling us that we should wait a little bit? Well, euro-dollar is telling us the second option, that it would be better if we would wait a little bit, because we are not on the super important support yet. There's a nice uptrend line here, there's a nice upswing. Price is making higher highs and higher lows, and now we are about to test this uptrend line, but we are not touching this uptrend line yet. What is more, along with the uptrend line on this area 1.229, we have a nice horizontal support, which is with us since actually it was respected here as well. As you can see, I can even make it like that. So it would be really nice if the price would touch the orange area, if the price would touch green area, I'm sorry. If the price would touch the green area and create a reversal pattern, create a bounce, like a hammer, a bullish engulfing or something, or kind of that, that would be a super important buy signal, and I would follow this buy signal. So gold is saying dollar should be weaker from now on. Euro dollar is telling us, I think we should wait a little bit and dollar can be weaker, but not yet. Okay, fair enough. What is American dollar to Japanese yen saying then? But we also need to keep in mind that we don't necessarily have to reverse on the resistance. We can do that before, and that would be a very important sign for strength of the anti-dollar front. What is American dollar to Japanese yen telling us? is that we have this correction, and we anticipated this correction a week ago, last week actually, on Friday, and American dollar to Japanese yen is telling us that the same message as euro dollar, that we could wait a little bit with this end of the correction, that this correction could aim a little bit higher. And by a little bit higher, I mean at least to 108.30, where is the important resistance created by this support, but not only by this support, but by this support, this one, this one, this one, this one. So it would be super nice if the price went there. Also, at the same time, it's not only about the horizontal resistance, but there's also a downtrend line here, right? So the price getting here and creating a reversal pattern, that would be an ultra strong sell signal. So it would like go together, drop here, bounce, upswing here, bounce. I would love to see this kind of a situation here. S&P 500. Well, finally we do have a small correction. Let me show you this. Okay, before we're gonna go to indexes, let me show you the dollar index. Here unfortunately we do not have any like major resistances, just one. Downtrend line. Well, we do have this one, but really I don't think it's super important. So what is dollar index telling us? That we can have a bounce here, drop, but it's not super important resistance. It would be much better for the dollar index to climb there. But that would mean some serious troubles for dollar bear. So upswing here on dollar index would mean a breakout of this resistance and maybe the price testing one of those levels. And on euro dollar it would mean test of the yellow level, yellow support. And on gold it would mean test of the orange support probably. So all those instruments look better for the dollar sellers, but dollar index itself looks quite good. Okay, we can leave the forex market for a little bit, and now we can focus on indexes. We do have a nice bounce from 2550, but we all know that. Most recently we do have a small correction of this bounce, but it's kind of more than expected, because not many people would imagine that after such a drop we can have a straight flawless upswing. Now a kind of retracement is also necessary here to cool down a little bit, and as you can see it's pretty like flat, not very dangerous. It's more of a flag formation, and flag is a trend continuation pattern. So we can see like a breakout of the upper line of the flag and an upswing. FTSE. Situation of FTSE do not change much. We keep our view. So as long as we stay below this resistance, the sentiment is neutral. As long as we stay above this support, the sentiment is neutral. Breakout of the horizontal resistance should trigger us a buy signal. Breakout of the horizontal support should trigger us a sell signal. Now DAX. DAX is also in a neutral territory. As long as we stay above the red area, we can still have a hope for an upswing. As long as we stay below the orange area, we still can have a hope of a downswing. Breakout of the orange area triggers us a buy signal. Breakout of the red area triggers us a major sell signal. Australian dollar to Canadian dollar almost touched parity. Almost touched the resistance on the parity on one here, but they stopped 7 pips, 8 pips from the parity, but still they have chances to climb there. Buy signal is on as long as we stay above the green area. A breakout of the green area will be an invitation to go short. Euro to New Zealand dollar. Yes, that's what I was waiting for. So I showed you the support. The price broke the support. I thought that it's gonna trigger a sell signal straight away. Well, we had to wait a little bit, but the sell signal is coming. Here, a small wedge, breakout of the lower line of the wedge, breakout of the horizontal support. This drop looks promising. They just need an increased momentum. As you can see, H4 candles are very boring here, only pin bars. So trader, the price was moving sideways, but that's a beautiful setup with a good risk to reward ratio, and I think it can work well. That can bring some decent, that can be a decent trading opportunity. Now, media favorite, Bitcoin. You see, what are the odds that we'll have correction equality pattern? Well, quite high, I guess. We're not making that up. We were telling you about the correction equality pattern and this horizontal resistance when the price was here. And we said that, wait. It's not the best time to buy. Time to buy will be once the price would touch the checkpoint. But the price didn't. The price respected horizontal resistance, yellow one on 11,000 or $11,200. In case of a Bitcoin, it's not a big difference. $200 for one Bitcoin. That's very low amount of money. And price respected horizontal resistance and price respected correction equality pattern. So those gray rectangles. What else? What is next? Well, we keep that. Price touching checkpoint will be a strong buy signal. When sellers can come back to the market, I think that sellers can come back to the market once the price would break $8.7 thousand for one Bitcoin, so a green area. That is a buy signal, that is a sell signal. So currently on Bitcoin we are in no man's land. Nobody's winning right now. Everybody's losing actually. In a sideways trend, everybody's losing usually. So there is no proper signal here. What can we do is wait. Again, to wrap the situation up, price touching X is a sell signal, price breaking the green area is a sell signal, price breaking the yellow area and touching checkpoint here is a buy signal. Cable. Cable is pretty much in the same situation as euro dollar or British or American dollar to Japanese yen. So we still have so we still have a space, we still have a place to go lower, because buying opportunity will emerge as the price will get to the green area. Trend line and a horizontal support. New Zealand dollar to American dollar. I think there is a chance that they will try to test this resistance again. That was a nice drop though. They tried once, twice, third time. They didn't manage to break resistance. 1, 2, 3. When they went down. But I think there is a chance that they will try again. And the next test can be quite successful. I just feel it. I just feel it in my guts. There's maybe no strong technical signal, but the price is behaving this way, like I saw many times during my life experience as a trader. And I just feel that we may have another test of this resistance. And once we're gonna have another test of this horizontal resistance, this test can be positive for buyers, I meant. Euro to British pound, we are exactly in the middle of a sideways trend between blue area and green support. So if you know me, you will admit that I'm gonna say that it's the worst place to trade ever. You don't want to trade in the middle of a sideways trend because chances for the price to go up or down are equal. And when chances are equal, that's the worst place to trade. WTI. WTI oil is aiming for support again. They bounced from the first resistance and now it looks like they're gonna test this trend line again. That's not actually a proper trend line, it's just the upper line of the channel up formation. But it was tested many times. Here, 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 here. So you can see that traders see this chart, see this line. They know that this line exists. And they will trade that accordingly. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. That is a very nice situation here. A breakout of the horizontal resistance. They try to break it, but without success. Eventually, without a success, we can see kind of like a they gave up a little bit because this drop shows that. On a daily chart it looks much better, so horizontal support, breakout, few tests of coming back, unsuccessful, shooting stuff from yesterday, and the price is just going down. And we should see drop at least here. I would love to see this kind of a drop here on this instrument. That would be very technical. That would be a very nice head and shoulder formation, and yeah, we have chances for that. This head and shoulder formation is huge. It's with us. It started to form at the end of August. From the neckline to the top of the head, we do have 450 pips, and so far we made 150. So you have to admit that there is a potential in this. American dollar to Canadian dollar is testing the trend line again and a horizontal resistance again. That's a very good place as well. Bounce from this area, major sell signal, breakout of this area, major buy signal. So we're in a place where everything here can change. So it would be nice to watch it carefully. American dollar to Swiss franc. broke the midterm downtrend line and is aiming horizontal resistance. That trend line was steep anyway, so it was not obvious, but we had big chances for breakout here. The real deal, the real test will be made here on the blue area. Bounce from this shooting star bearish angle thing can be a strong sell signal, but for that we need to wait. Let's see the euro franc. No, we don't have anything interesting here, sideways trend. So yes, guys, that's pretty much it. Let's check again on gold. Gold is pushing higher on this support. It's not giving up. How's euro dollar? Yeah, I think euro dollar can drop a bit more, and that will be a nice place to buy. And American dollar to Japanese yen can go a little bit higher, and that would be a nice place to sell. Euro to New Zealand dollar, I would love to see a stronger breakout here and price aiming vastly higher, lower. So thank you very much for attending daily analytical report. I hope you enjoyed that. Now we'll have a short break, and after that we'll have a webinar about MetaTrader 4. MetaTrader 4, so you will learn how to use this platform for trading. And tomorrow, well, and that will be the second webinar from like total basics. And from tomorrow we'll start to dig a bit deeper into serious stuff. We'll start with the technical analysis, and I hope you will enjoy that, and that will vastly improve your trading in the future. So again, short break. Thanks very much for attending the webinar, and we see each other in half an hour. In the meantime, visit our Twitter and our website alpari.news.